Hi, I'm Chelsea. This is Jackie. We're going to be creating some warm, bright dimension using Color XG today. Because I'm working with such long hair, I want this process to be quick and easy. So I'm creating these tier sections so I have a roadmap for my foil placement. So this is my last and final tier. I'm leaving this nape section a little bit deeper just so I can have that nice dimension of light to a little bit more depth in her canvas. So working through this front panel, working with small diagonal back slices. I'm going to actually utilize my blow dryer to help me out. Jackie has some baby hairs going on. Love to use a high airflow and cool heat temperature to just blow those baby hairs out of my way so that I get a nice organic highlight. So on this bottom tier, I'm going to start by taking a slice. Once I have a good amount of hair that I feel confident for saturation, I'm going to take a big, thick ribbon weave, using tension and creating a little tease so I can create that lived-in highlight. Then coming in with my SynchroLift Plus and 20 volume. So saturation is key on any canvas, but especially when you're working with such a deep level. So I'm always very mindful. I am doing a little feathering just so I have a very soft gradation of color, but then through the mids and ends, I want to make sure that I'm almost icing a cake and working very parallel with my color brush so as to not wipe the color or the lightener away. And always making sure to have a nice heavy saturation. So now dropping my second tier, I'm going to do the same technique, creating my slice and my thick ribbon weave, but now I'm using a new formula, Color XG HLN with double 40 volume. So I'm going to take this section of hair and utilizing Color XG, High Lift, Natural, and double 40 volume. I like to unload most of my product right there on that mid shaft, and once I get the majority of that product off, I can then start to feather and blend with my High Lift shade. And through those ends, getting a nice full saturation. So we have pre-lightened her, you can see, to a beautiful level 9. And we're gonna celebrate that warmth with our refining formula, utilizing our 8NB and 8RO. So utilizing our NB shade and our RO shade, you can get really creative. Jackie wanted to live more on a little subtle side, so we chose to use more of our NB and less of our RO. But if you wanted to really make that color shout, you could use RO all in of itself. Saturation's key with Crema XG. It's really important that you get a beautiful saturation. So I really love using our tint brushes to work through the strand of hair I'm working on like a comb. And then I feel like a key point is coming back through with an additional little layer so that you get a nice heavy saturation of Crema XG. So just to ensure perfect saturation, I'm using the wide teeth of my comb to really comb through that color. And one of my favorite things about Crema XG is it almost feels like conditioner. So it has a nice slip to it. Once I've done that, I'm just doing another little layer to again ensure that perfect saturation. First step in Jackie's haircut is to remove a little bit of length so that I have a good guide on where to start with her face framing layers. In order to determine what hair is gonna live in the front that will be a part of her fringe and what hair is gonna live on the side, I like to set the comb on top of the head. Where that head leaves the comb, that tells me what hair is gonna be a part of the fringe. Once I have my fringe section, I can now cut. So I like to comb everything to the center. This is going to give that sweepy, longer curtain fringe. So short in the center and longer toward the sides. And then creating a nice soft line. So once I've decided the length for her long curtain fringe, I'm going to start using diagonal back sections. Getting a good control within my comb and combing it with over direction and cutting it on the opposite side. Now I'm connecting the front to the back by taking a vertical center back section. I'm then going to grab a clue and guide from this front section I cut. Getting good control, combing this section. I'm going to over direct it so I create a short to long. Connecting the front to the back. So now that I've connected the front to the back with this vertical center back section, I will work in pie-shaped sections, directing everything to section 1. Now I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I'm now just collecting the hair in the crown to make sure everything flows together perfectly and just doing a bit of a cross section. All right, it's looking amazing. This is our final look. Make sure to comment below. Let us know what your favorite part of this technique was.
Like and subscribe for more content.